Morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earthwatch, Saturday, March 28, 2025. A quick little talk about what's going on our planet, Myanmar, before I start my tasks outside. There's suggestions that the Myanmar earthquake was actually an 8.7, downgraded to a 7.7. It's quite possible, taking in consideration the how far that energy spread to cause 6 tsunami buoys to go in motion. The furthest point was approximately 4,600 kilometers. I made a mistake in one of my last talks. I said the furthest point was 6,000. No. Approximately 4,600 kilometers to the northwest corner of Australia, as well as other locations. So the question is, where did the energy come from and how did it spread to get that far, to get as far as 4,600 kilometers? That's like an earthquake on Vancouver Island in Western Canada, and that vibration is sent all the way to Newfoundland on the other side of Canada. So, did that energy spread laterally and only south through the thinner of the plates, the oceanic plates, and it stopped where the plates was the thickest of our planet, or the second thickest, which is the Nepal, Himalayas region? Or did it come from underneath? Did it come from a mantle plume, an expanding mantle plume? Is the question. So here's our earthquake approximate location, Myanmar. And the energy spread so far approximately 4,600 kilometers away to activate the tsunami buoy here. And 1 in the Philippine Sea here, and 4 in the Bay of Bengal here. So they're all reset now. So this one here, the intersection of the East Timor Sea into the Indian Ocean. This one here, Philippine Sea, and then 4 of these ones here. We had an energy spread. So once again, did that energy travel laterally, or did it come from below to cause what some people think was an 8.7 earthquake? Before I show you something else, it's very interesting looking at all the videos of the quite literal swaying of the high-rises going back and forth. Lots of videos. Causing tower cranes, construction cranes to topple over, and so on. Multiple images of the rooftop swimming pools losing all their water. So just on a side note, it would be interesting out of curiosity, what are the engineering and construction standards for high-rises in Burma, Myanmar, as compared to those of the Western world, North America? And if they are more or less the same. For example, the use of rebar and the diameter of the rebar. Now, I've toured through Indonesia. I've seen some of their construction, and their rebar is quite literally frightening. 5 millimeters, which is a 1/4 inch diameter. So for a high rise, you're looking at 15, 20, 25 millimeter diameter rebar. So just like an interesting comparison of what would happen when the earthquakes start striking Western United States. Now, that earthquake in Myanmar was, I believe it was 68 or 69 seconds, just over 1 minute. And then aftershocks. There's no comparison to what's going to happen to the Cascadia subduction zone when it goes off, which is going to be at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes of terror. And high rises swaying back and forth and crumbling down. Then, 20 minutes later, the tsunami. Also, mass fires. You didn't see too many fires in the Myanmar earthquake, did you? You're going to in the West Coast. And then, for days, weeks, and months, the aftershocks. That's going to hit the West Coast and the East Coast. Now I'm going to take you back to July 29, 2021. Another example of how much energy. Just off the Alaska Peninsula, somewhere in the Gulf of Alaska, there was an 8.2 earthquake. Initial data coming in said it was a 9.5. Let me show you. On July 29, 2021, there was an earthquake right up here, Alaska. 10 minutes after the earthquake struck, tsunami boys were on the entire north perimeter of the Pacific plate from Japan all the way to the coast of Oregon, went into event mode, as well as the one off the coast of either New York or Nova Scotia, and 2 in the Caribbean, Hawaii, and then a few minutes later off the coast of intersection Peru, Chile. Oh, by the way, right now, this one goes into event mode. Gulf of Alaska, on average, about once a week. That earthquake in July 2021 was in this region here. Several days later, maybe a couple of weeks, Gulf of Mexico and the one off the northern Chile border go into event mode before the 7.4 earthquake in Haiti. So again, where did the energy come from? 10 minutes after the Alaska earthquake, all the Pacific boys go into motion a few minutes later than the ones in the Caribbean. Where did the energy come from? Did it go around the plate laterally? Or was it that